Hi everyone, this is part 2 of my playthrough as Maxwell. I only have a few more areas in the map to uncover before I start building my base. It doesn't always take me this long to decide where I want to set up camp. Sometimes I find an area early on that I know I'll want to use for my base, and I can use that location as my storage area while I explore the map. But in this case, I wasn't able to decide on an early location, so I used the picking area instead for my temporary storage. Clockwork Bishops drop a guaranteed purple gem, which is what I need to build a Shadow Manipulator. The other easy way to get a purple gem is to refine a red and a blue one. Other more difficult ways would be to get one from the ruins, or I could fight Dragonfly for the purple gem. The map is almost finished at this point. There are only two areas left for me to explore, but I still haven't found a walrus camp. The world will always have a guaranteed walrus camp located in a small grass biome surrounded by a forest. There can also be an extra three walrus camps in an area that will have a combination of grass, savanna, and rock biome. But at this point, it looked like I was only going to have the one guaranteed walrus camp. found all three types of parts for the marble clockworks. This one is the knight's head, and after marking this one, I can easily find all of them when I decide to go for the shadow atrium. But that will be much later. I'm getting my second hound wave, and I can probably still fight them on my own. But if I had any trouble dealing with them, I could just run around the spider nest until the hounds started attacking the spiders. Regular hounds have 150 health, and the tentacle spike deals 51 damage, so I just need 3 hits on each of them. I finally found a walrus camp. This one is a guaranteed one surrounded by a forest. I'm going to have to use this one to get the walking cane, because this is the only walrus camp I have. The upside though is that I'm not planning on needing a tam o' shanter. Maxwell's natural sanity regeneration is probably going to be enough. Instead, I can use the beefalo hat for winter. Though it doesn't have the sanity benefit, it does provide better protection from the cold than the tam o' shanter. Since I will be going back to this walrus camp during winter for the walking cane, I wanted to check where this wormhole leads. Maybe there was a good shortcut back to this area. The wormhole in the swamp connects to the walrus camp. That's actually pretty good since at this point I know my base is probably going to be a little near the swamp anyway. I guess Killer Bee areas are kinda like a swamp. As long as I keep moving, this is not really a dangerous area for me to explore. The Clockwork Knights are probably the easiest to fight of the 3 Clockworks. I just hit them twice between dodging, but you do have to move right back in after dodging or the Knights will have enough time to move away. With Bishops I would just tank them with armor. Clockwork Rooks though are sometimes very useful. You can keep using them to break down trees or boulders if they are near any of those biomes. When I want to kill them, I will just tank them with armor. So I pretty much uncovered the whole map at this point, and it was time for me to decide where I wanted to build my base. I decided to build my base in the savanna area beside the Bee Queen hive. The area is sort of in the middle of the desert, the swamp, and the mosaic biome. I will have these wormholes nearby, and I will have 4 sinkholes to choose my summer base in the caves. I can also build my bunny farm around Bee Queen's hive to make the fight with Bee Queen a lot easier. I'm going to gather the last material I need to start building. I don't have charcoal yet, so I'm going to burn down a little bit of this nearby forest. The only thing I really care about when I burn like this is that the fire doesn't spread too far and that I do not burn down any berry bushes, so I just make sure to check the map before I start burning. I don't mind losing some saplings though. I prefer twiggy trees and I will not be making a sapling farm in my base. If I wanted to preserve the saplings, I could dig them up first, or I could just plant my own forest in a safe area for this purpose. There was really no reason for me to kill off my shadow puppets in part 1. I still had to gather a lot of things before I needed to craft a shadow manipulator. I still need more logs for my pig farm. So before gathering up this charcoal, I'm going to summon the shadow puppets again. When I first build my base, I try not to care how it looks. It takes a lot of time to place down flooring and picture how I might want everything to look in the end. No matter how much I plan ahead, I'm probably going to want to redesign the base at some point. It's not hard to rebuild basic structures after I already have the benefit of my farms, and surviving is much easier. The fire pit, bird cage, crockpots, and the icebox work together, so I want to place them down near each other. I also want to have the icebox in a position where I can open the icebox and the crockpots at the same time. That way I can quickly transfer food between the icebox and the crockpots. The pig farm though is something that I want to get right the first time. Rebuilding pig houses is very expensive, and hopefully I will be happy with the way it looks if I choose to extend this world. I want to build a pig farm just a little bit away from the main part of the base. I have no plans of fencing them in, and if a Weber ever joined the game, having the pigs right beside the main area will not be good. I'm going to build a fenced area in the middle of the pig houses first, where I'll place the bait that will keep the pigs outside of their houses the whole day. I think you can use any item that the pigs try to eat as bait. If I used an item that spoils, eventually the pigs would also try to eat the rot. I guess I wouldn't use seeds as bait since birds can remove them. I don't have enough logs yet, but I was able to gather enough pigskin to start the farm with 24 pig houses. That's all for now guys. In the next part, I played all of winter and I fought my first two giants. Thank you for watching and I'll see you then.